Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, September 8th, 2022. It's 11:30 a.m. right here in the Old Pueblo, Tucson, Arizona, which means it is time once again for our Midday Mindful Moment. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I am the minister here at Unity of Tucson, and this is the opportunity we take every single weekday to engage collectively in some spiritual practice. Why do we do this? Well, when we are consistent in our spiritual practice, life just gets better all around. Our experience on this plane of action gets better when we're focused on the truth of our being, which is what spiritual practice is all about. Spiritual practice is that reminder, the reminder of who we are fundamentally. Who are you? Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. And as the comments begin to come through, I will offer this reminder. My reminder to you always is, you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence. Let's check in and say hello. Let's see you. Jason, good day to all. Grateful to see you. William and Anita are back and loving all us beautiful spirits. Grateful to see you. Robin is saying hello, all. Grateful to see you, Robin. Darwin and Jerry, blessings to you. It's a loving Thursday indeed. I imagine some more comments will come through to say hello. So today, what I wanted to talk about actually was an interesting thing that aligned today. So the question that I posed in the description of the video today is, what happens next? What happens next? I will, before I continue, just say hello to Sheila. Good morning to you. And this goes in alignment with a question that Becky brought up last week. You know, last week I had said, hey, if there's anything you'd like me to speak on or address during a Midday Mindful Moment, don't hesitate to reach out. Let me know if there's anything that comes up for you that you would like clarity on. And she wrote this in the comments. She said, I don't know that this is the time and place for addressing this, but I would appreciate your speaking to evoking beloveds who have transitioned. And yesterday, if you watched my video yesterday, I even said to Becky, I think I'm going to address your question tomorrow. So this has been on my mind to plan to address this question. Well, then a major transition happened today. Just announced about just over an hour ago, that Queen Elizabeth II transitioned and made her transition. And so it seems like, today's a day to talk about transitioning. Here's what I want to say first about transition. So, and I will get to your question, Becky, where you are asking specifically about evoking those who have transitioned. And I do have an answer for that. But let me talk about what we teach within the New Thought paradigm, and that is infinite life. We teach infinite life. Now, what we don't teach anymore, I will say, is that the capacity or the potential for the continuation of this expression of infinite life exists. There was a time where Charles and Myrtle Fillmore believed that they could overcome physical death through knowing who they are. And the thing is, I think we put a lot of weight on this physical incarnation, this expression, because the truth is, spirit never dies, and we are spirit, right? So if we teach that God is infinite, then God can never be finite. And if we teach that we are that power and that presence, if we are that infinite nature, then we will never cease to be. The core of who we are never ceases to be. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. That was really pleasant, wasn't it? So what this means for me, though, is that I get to still have relationship with those who have made their transition. How is that possible? Well, as long as we keep those who have made their transition from this plane of action in our mind and in our heart, then the truth of their expression lives on. This is what I hold. This is what I believe. This is my belief. And I do believe this is what we teach, because it can never cease to be. Now, the idea of evoking beloveds who have transitioned, it's an inside job for each and every one of us. the moment that we bring to mind someone who has made their transition, and I'm in this moment thinking about my adopted mother, and I'm thinking about my paternal grandmother and my paternal grandfather, all of whom have made their transition. I'm thinking about friends who have made their transitions. The minute that I bring them to mind, they are reliving an experience on this plane of action, just in a different way. And so I feel fully free to talk to those people that I want to talk to. Now, the challenge is I'm probably not going to get a response back, but it does not mean that the evoking of them in my mind and my heart is not valid. So that's basically the answer. And I don't know if that's necessarily going to work for you, Becky. You get to decide and tell me if that works for you. But I hold firm that there is a receptive nature to all spirit, throughout all expression. And so I hold in my heart that as I speak to those who have made their transition off of this plane of action, that there is the receptivity that they have, because their individualization, their incarnation has simply transitioned into something else. But they are there and they can receive from us. And I think that, we have experiences that that are unexplainable for us in many ways, where we feel perhaps a connection that feels otherworldly. Have you ever had that experience? And that may be incarnations from the next plane reaching back to us, or from previous planes of experience that we've had reaching back to us. And we have, I think, an awareness that there's a lot more going on here than the physicality. And so I find great comfort in that. The other thing is knowing that infinite life is the assured nature of things. That eliminated any fear I have around making that transition at the time that it is mine to do, that my physicality can no longer contain the infinite nature. Then it will dissipate, shed, and I will come back in some other fashion. I don't know what that is. I could talk about reincarnation, but we don't really teach reincarnation in the traditional sense, I don't think. And again, find what's true for you in your heart. But those are some things perhaps to consider. So what happens next? I think what happens next is we continue. That's what I believe. Let's allow ourselves to settle into some affirmative prayer treatment around this and go turn the attention to that inner life, the inner infinite life, the unchangeable aspect of our being, the thought, the belief, the feeling tone, recognizing that inner life is God. And there is no thing else. There's nothing else. There is nothing other than this infinite power and presence. There is God and nothing else. There is magnificent source energy flowing forth infinitely as all that is. We are that power. We are that presence. We are the light. We are the life, for there can be nothing separate from it. And so all is part of it. Whether we experience it here on this plane of action, or it is some aspect beyond our limited comprehension, I trust and know that God is expressing itself magnificently. And so all those who have made their transition beyond this plane of action, I know that they live on, for they live on in my mind, they live on in my heart, they live on in the feeling that I experience when I bring them to mind and heart. And that the truth of them is infinite, just as the truth of each and every one of us is infinite. And so, how do I evoke the beloved? I just evoke them. I decide to acknowledge and bring them to mind, and know that in bringing them to mind, they experience a continuation. And so I allow that to be the flow. And I find myself in a great space of comfort and solace in knowing that those who have made their transition live on. For that is the nature of God, to infinitely express itself, to evolve and flow forth. And I needn't be limited to the construct of this expression, this incarnation, for I know that each and every one of us is the infinite, and we are consistently flowing forth and clothing ourselves in form. And I needn't concern myself with what the form looks like. I live in that space of trust that there is always, always magnificent expression. And so with this, I simply allow gratitude to take over, appreciation to overflow, and I allow a deepened understanding of comfort, of grace, of ease. And in this space, this place, this construct, this mindset, I simply let it be as I relax, release, trust, and know it to be so. I affirm it as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. I am so grateful for this time we share together, this experience we share together. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for the Midday Mindful Moment. If you do have anything that you would like me to address, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. You know, one way that you can also let me know is by sending me an email. If you send an email to revjonathan@unitytucson.com, you can connect with me there. Let me know what's up for you. And join me tomorrow. Join me on Sunday morning. 9:30 is our guided meditation and 10 a.m. is our celebration service. That's online and in person. Do please continue to comment, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. I am grateful for all the ways that we get to connect, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, and share the prayer. Share this video. Oh, Becky, thank you. Several wonderfully interesting comments you made that I will be listening to again. Grateful to be of service. All right. Peace and blessings to you. Be well. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.